Hello and welcome to So to Speak. I'm Lyle Groninger.
I'm Veronica Garcia.
Yeah, I brought my girlfriend along because Evan's at work right now, and we thought it'd be fun to rank Disney films.
Yeah.
So we got this tier maker list here. Very standard format. You've probably seen this a million times on YouTube, but what are you doing? What are you doing, laddie?
I don't know. What are you doing?
It's being frigid.
Oh my god, Indiana Jones.
Indiana frickin' Jones kicks ass. He's technically a Disney property now.
I had no idea.
He's owned by Fox, so yeah. Oh, I know, he's owned by Paramount. What the fuck am I talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about. I just believe anything
I just know Lucas owned Star Wars, but Fox owned Star Wars, but Paramount owned Indiana Jones. So we're not here to talk about Harrison Ford today. We're here to talk about Disney. So we have a rank list. We got S, which is super, super, super good. A, which is awesome. B, which is basic but good.
Basic bitch. That's
C your basic is bitch.
K.
That you don't spell K with a C.
It's a K.
It's cautiously, optimistically good. D is denied, and F is failure, and H is for
you haven't seen. Even though we're Disney aficionados,
H is for who cares.
Yes, some movies we haven't seen.
There's a couple. I feel bad because there are a couple that I want to see, but some are just like so obscure.
There's just some that I'm like, I don't want to waste my time.
Mm-hmm. Like we'll see those soon. Our first of the day is 101 Dalmatians.
Okay, so do we have to decide together?
It's kind of a consensus. I mean,
okay.
We can always compromise.
All right.
But if we're kind of split.
I like it because there's dogs.
You love dogs.
I love any dogs. And 101 dogs, even better.
No. I don't want 101 dogs in my house, especially in my basement apartment. Are you crazy?
You say that now, but you'll change your mind.
I think you'll persuade me.
I won't even tell you. I'm just going to bring them all.
Okay. Well, that's a red flag right there. I don't remember this movie all that well. I remember watching it, and the only thing I really remembered was Cruella de Vil.
Yeah, Cruella de Vil, to me, is one of, like, the worst villains ever, because how could you hurt dogs? Who the hell would skin dogs for coats?
You'd be surprised. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's an S tier.
No.
Maybe not even an A tier.
I don't even remember the storyline. I just know she just wants the dogs. And I don't even remember how she gets thwarted.
I'm kind of like tossed between A or B.
I'm tossed between... Actually, I'm not tossed at all. I think it's C.
Oh, C, really?
Yeah, because it's boring.
It is kind of boring. I think Cruella de Vil elevates it to a B, so... But I will admit the story isn't all that memorable, so maybe I'll go with B, just to be nice.
Fine, it's a basic bitch.
Okay. The remakes are really boring, though, because the dogs don't even talk.
Can we switch things around if we change our mind?
Yeah, of course. Okay. Nothing's set in stone, so if it sucks, you'll be the first to know. But Aladdin.
Okay.
Aladdin's... you know what? When I used to hate this movie as a kid...
I know, I couldn't believe it.
There's a lot of Disney movies I remember watching as a kid and I just didn't like them, and then you forced me to revisit a lot of them, and I'm like, they actually hold up a lot better than I remember.
Yeah. How can you not love Robin Williams in this movie?
I think because I kept mistaking this one for the second Aladdin. I watched all three of them back to back when I was a kid, and they all kind of blurred together. Even though the quality got worse and worse. I watched
half of the third one, but I did have the second one on VHS as well as the first one.
VHS, that's going back.
Yeah, we're old. But Aladdin is amazing. I would put it as S tier just for the songs alone.
I put S tier for Robin Williams alone.
That's true. Yeah. Robin Williams makes that movie.
I think so too. That's a fair assessment. Alice in Wonderland.
Okay, fuck this movie.
You don't like Alice in Wonderland.
Might be an unpopular opinion. I hate Alice in Wonderland in any form.
How come?
Because I don't like those things, those stories where they're just like, oh, and it was all a dream. It's like, fuck that! You just wasted 2 hours of my time
2 hours
for a dream. Well, whatever. Most stories like that. And I just hate that she's going through this world and nobody helps her. Everybody's just screwing around with her, or they talk obscurely and stuff like that. No, I hate this movie.
I will say, like, it is rather mean spirited throughout most of it. You're not wrong. I remember rewatching it like 6 years ago, and I was like, man, I don't know how to feel about most of these characters because most of them are like really unsettling. Cheshire Cat, Mad Hatter, Queen of Hearts,
Honestly, the best.
Caterpillar, the Walrus,
Oh
like all of
God.
them are kind of dickheads.
The best part of the movie was when Tweedledee and Tweedledum talked about that walrus and
The Walrus and the Carpenter.
Carpenter
Yeah.
story. That was the best part of the entire movie.
See, I know most of this stuff because I read the books, and I actually really like the books because they're very they're imaginative. I'll give it that. And I do like the visuals in this movie, but overall, Alice is a really boring character, and I don't know, it's not
I
much
would
to
give
take
it a
away.
D.
And I give it okay. We'll put it in D for now, but like if there's other movies in the D category that are worse, I may bump it up a bit. The Little Mermaid.
Oh, yes. Okay. I love this movie so much. Call me basic, but whatever. I wanted to be a mermaid when I was a kid, so obviously this
Yeah.
was my favorite. The songs are amazing. The prince was my favorite prince until Tangled came along. But Prince Eric was like my dream guy as a kid.
Yeah, I like Eric. He's good.
Yeah, he's a nice guy, and he's a sailor.
He has more dimension to him than a lot of the earlier princes in Disney history. So
Oh, yeah.
I can appreciate that.
Did you ever see like the second one?
Yeah, I saw the second one more than the first one actually,
Really?
and I was surprised by how little Ariel actually does.
Yeah, I just didn't like their daughter very much because I thought she was a brat.
Melody, yeah.
Yeah.
But we're not here to talk about that one. We're here to talk. I don't think there's any direct to DVD shit in this list, so that's good. It will not be polluted. Polluted the ocean. Oh, where does this one sit?
To me,
Haven't seen. We haven't seen it.
to me, it's an S, but I don't know how you feel about it.
I don't like it as much as an S, to be honest.
Maybe an A,
I
then.
think A is perfectly fine. I like Ursula. I like some of the
Oh
songs.
yeah, Ursula has like
I like
the best villain song.
I like a lot of the side characters more than the main characters, so that's just me.
Like Sebastian.
I like Sebastian. I love Flounder. Ursula is a pretty good. So I'm noticing a lot of Disney movies, the villain kind of steals the show. We're gonna get that a lot with like Hercules going down.
Yeah, Ursula got a lot better for me as I grew older. I was terrified of her as a kid though.
Atlantis, the Lost Empire.
Oh, you love this one.
I really love this one. I know it's kind of out there for Disney though. I'm very surprised they went ahead with it because it has no musical numbers. It's actually surprisingly violent. The stakes are pretty high up there. I just love Milo Thatch. All the supporting characters are really great. The visuals are astounding. The story and the villain, they're fine. Oh, the villain has my name,
Oh yeah, it
Captain
does.
Lyle Talbot, and I'm like, ugh. Every time I see a Lyle in a movie, they're all assholes. What does that say about me?
I think it says a lot. I'm joking.
I am misrepresented. That's all I will say. I don't think it's like a classic. I just find it super underrated. So I think B.
Wait, when did Sleeping Beauty get here?
Oh shit! Where did this come from?
She's just trying to sneak up the ranks.
No.
Girl, wait your turn.
To wrap my thoughts on Atlantis, I think it's very underrated. I think they could remake it if they want to make a live action.
You know
remake.
what? Out of all the live actions, I think this one would do awesome.
It would be Avatar, ostensibly, but that's okay.
I really like this movie too. I didn't know until you told me that it bombed in the box office,
Oh, it failed.
which
yeah.
is unfortunate because I think it's awesome.
And it has your boy Michael J. Fox in it as Milo Thatch.
Yes, love Michael J. Fox,
Yeah.
and I like that there's a Hispanic girl in it too. I don't get to see that a lot in Disney
Oh
movies
yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. What's her name again?
I don't remember. She was the mechanic.
Maybe we should cosplay. You can be her and I'll be Milo.
Yeah,
And
sure.
you can hit me in the arm all the time. I can't
What would you
remember.
put it though? I think it's better than
You think it's better? than
101 Dalmatians for sure.
Oh, okay.
I would give it an A.
Maybe we should bump 100 down.
You still give it a B?
Oh, a B? I don't know.
I'd give it A.
That's tough for me because
Maybe
I do love it, but it's not like to me like the highest that Disney's ever achieved.
That's fair.
I do genuinely like it a lot though. Like
Yeah.
B is like I really like it and I'd watch it at any time. A is like very very good, like excellent. But S is like the highest that Disney standard has reached.
True, true.
C is like whatever.
All right, I think that's fair.
I think it's a fun movie, but it's not for everyone. And I'm a weirdo, so I would, if it was my list, I'd put it in S. I think it's underrated, but I feel. Okay, Sleeping Beauty is boring.
It's so boring.
The fucking main character sucks.
Oh my god.
All the side characters suck. It's the one time where a prince is actually the hero. Well, actually,
yeah, I
Eric,
actually like the prince in this one. Like,
Yeah.
Philip is actually kind of cool. He slayed a dragon,
he
which
slayed
is
a
pretty
motherfucking
awesome.
dragon. Maleficent is just she's all pissed off because she wasn't invited to a party.
Yeah, I still don't understand like how
We're
petty
really-
you can be.
We're really underselling it, but like I just don't like Sleeping Beauty that much.
I'm not a fan either, but I still like it more than Alice in Wonderland. I'd rather
So yeah,
watch
I think
that.
C
is fair.
C is a suitable place for it. I
Yeah.
agree. But I really dislike it, but at the same time, I can't call it like the worst Disney movie ever. It's just like most people would put it higher, but I just don't like it that much. Rescuers Down Under. Have you seen Rescuers Down Under?
Yeah, maybe.
I like this one. It's got John Candy as an albatross. There's a lot more going on than the first Rescuers. It has beautiful like visuals and like it has a giant bird.
Yeah, I will say I did like this movie way more than the first one.
I would put this either B. Like it's very good. It's very good. It's not on the echelon, but it's
No.
very good.
I agree. I think B is fine. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, but I do remember that I loved it.
I think B should be designated for like gems or something. Like yeah, we got all this, but hey, you should check these out.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely check out Down Under. My buddy Cody's probably listening. He's like, hey, there's a character named after you. They gotta rescue Cody. Meet the Robinsons. I like to call this the Lyle and Evan movie. Because Wilbur Robinson is a lot like Evan. He's very he's spunky. He wants to get things done. He always has a positive attitude. And then there's Lewis, who's grumpy and miserable all the time. And he always gets frustrated every time he loses.
I'm gonna be honest, I have not seen this movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen. Okay, so I guess I'm the
I just
arbiter.
know that the Jonas Brothers sing a song for it.
Yeah, the future has arrived. Oh, there's also a great song by Rob Thomas called Little Wonders. And I remember when we watched this movie, I was like, oh. Because this was around the time I stopped watching Disney movies. This was like probably the last one I saw in theaters.
Really?
Until like Frozen stuff. Like,
You watched Frozen in theaters?
did I? Oh wait, no, I didn't. I had borrowed it from a friend. When was the last Disney movie? Actually, I watched Pixar, but I that's just because I prefer Pixar over Disney, even though it's all the same shit.
Right.
Meet the Robinsons is kind of out there, and it's a little clunky, but it has a really good message of like stop being held back by your problems and just keep moving forward. I like the visual style. I like how zany it is, but it may not be for everyone. So I think B might be where I would designate it personally. I think it's kind of underrated actually.
I'll take your word for it since I haven't seen it.
It has one of my favorite villains. Well, not even my favorite villain. He's just such a goofy villain. He's called.
He kind of looked like to me. Have you ever seen Phineas and Ferb?
Oh yeah, the doctor.
Like Dr. Doofenshmirtz. He had that kind
This
of like
movie-
vibe to him.
I gotta say, Phineas and Ferb is a good thing to compare this to because it's kind of wacky and out there, but it's just fun. I'm not saying, and Shigo plays Wilbur's mom, Nicole Sullivan.
Really?
Yeah,
I love that
Franny.
actress.
and her kid counterpart was played by Toph from Avatar: The Last Airbender. There you go.
Some high rankers in there.
Yeah, and they both played green characters. Treasure Planet. Okay, so we have things to talk about with Treasure Planet.
Yeah, I watched that not too long ago for the first time, like maybe 2 years ago with my sister, because it was one of the few Disney movies I haven't seen yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I was excited that Joseph Gordon-Levitt was in it.
Yeah,
and I love
really
Joseph
young
Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph
Yeah.
Gordon-Levitt. Yeah.
And honestly, it was okay.
Mhm.
It was just okay. As soon as we finished it, we're like, yeah, if we were like, I don't know,
Boys?
9-year-old boys, we'd be so in love with it. But I wasn't really into it that much, but I thought it was alright. And I probably won't watch it again, honestly.
I saw this when I was in college for the first time, actually. And I was very upset with myself because I was like, I wish I saw this when I was younger because I would have loved the shit out of it. I kind of have the same affinity for it as Atlantis. I think Atlantis is technically better. But the way...
Yeah, it is.
I really like the way this movie like blends CGI and hand-drawn animation because I've seen things like Titan AE or like Heavy Metal 2000, where they try to do the same thing and it looks like shit. And this movie actually does it too pretty well. Like Ben is like a perfectly rendered like CGI model that just works really well with the animation, even though he's voiced by a really annoying Martin Short. I would probably keep it in B. It's not. I don't dislike it as much as
Honestly,
these.
I would have done C, but then I would have moved all the other movies down one.
Yeah, because you can't put these. Like
Yeah.
I like it perfectly fine, and I love the music by the guy from Goo Goo Dolls. So there's enough here that I like, and I would recommend it. I would call it a gem, and I'm very sorry it bombed too. So many movies I like that bomb. Man, I'm just like the arbiter of failure.
Oh, Bambi.
Bambi.
I watched that a lot. I also had that one on VHS as most of the other movies, but I was really confused as a kid when I saw Bambi.
I don't remember it very well.
When Bambi's mother gets shot and dies, I honestly did not know she died. I thought she just I don't know.
Abandoned him or something?
I thought she just kind of like got captured. I didn't know she died, and I didn't realize until I was like maybe my teens. I'm like, wow, what an idiot.
Bambi is viewed as such a Disney classic, but honestly, I don't remember it that well.
I do remember it pretty well. I think it's cute.
It looks good. The first half is cute.
I think it's cute. I also like the spring. The spring part was really nice, where they all get Twitter patted and they fall in love.
They all get horny.
Yeah, basically.
Reproduction time.
But I think it's still kind of like it's nice, but I wouldn't like go out of my way to watch it. I'd put it in C. It's the same with like 101 Dalmatians.
I think you're right. I call it a C too because it's not. I don't have the same love for it as these movies.
No,
I don't think it's. It looks good. I'm sure for the time it was impressive because Disney was just working with animals constantly.
Yeah.
So they would incorporate later. Oh, The Great Mouse Detective.
Okay, this is another one I have not seen.
This movie is so good.
I mean, heard it's really good. I want to see it.
I think you'd find it very creepy. It has a lot of like jump scares, surprisingly.
Oh.
And the main villain is this crazy bastard named Ratigan who hates being called a rat, even though that's what he is.
But that's in his name.
Yeah, exactly. But he hates being called. Actually, that's a good point. And he's voiced by Vincent Price, and he's so good. I think it was one of his last roles. Yeah, but I just love this movie. Like, Basil is such a nice character. He's like, he's basically Sherlock, but if I had to compare him to any Sherlock, he's almost like a mix of Robert Downey Jr. and like Benedict Cumberbatch's, because he hates being proven wrong. There's one moment where the villain gets the upper hand, and rather than do anything about it, Basil's just kind of like broken inside, and like the other guys would be like, Basil, snap out of it. We gotta get out of this trap. We're gonna die. He's just like sitting there like, whatever, man.
Having an existential crisis.
He has an existential crisis, and he snaps out of it and wins, and it's like, yay. I really like this one. I would call it a gem. I didn't watch it until college again. It was one of the later viewings, but it was awesome. Maybe we should just subtitle B as gems that you should check out. Just be like, gems!
Nice.
Nice. I did a good job. It's all capitalized.
B gems.
It's B gems. That's what we should all be. We should all be gems.
Big Hero 6.
We could be immortal.
Okay, I had higher hopes for this movie. It's not that I didn't like it. I did. But I expected more out of, like, you know, a superhero movie. I don't know if I was comparing it to, like, the Marvel stuff that was just coming out at the time.
Yeah, you got a Marvel taste from this.
But I do like the characters. I like the look of the movie. And I love Baymax, too.
Oh, this computer sucks. Baymax is pretty cute, honestly.
When I went to Disney World a couple of years ago, they had just taken out that movie. So Baymax was like all over the place, and they had these guys in these huge like inflatable suits. But it was so realistic. It was awesome. And I love the brother in that movie. The brother was like the best part for me.
Yeah, he's not in it for very long.
No, but he was amazing. And so sweet.
I like how Alan Tudyk basically plays himself, and his character design looks exactly like Alan Tudyk. He's the guy who you think is the villain, but he's not. He's the one the villain wants to kill. Yeah, you probably wouldn't remember, but yeah.
No, I'm just...
Yeah, I like the one guy in the green suit. He has like the energy swords, and he's like, "Vroom, vroom, 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 vroom," and that blew my mind.
I like the I think her name is Gogo, where
Oh,
she goes really fast on
Gogo's
her.
a cutie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where to put this one. It's not. I wouldn't call it a gem necessarily. I think there were some things they could have ironed out a bit with the story because I think there's just too many characters.
There is a lot of
And
characters.
I hear the show does a better job of like beefing all of
Yeah,
them
I
up.
heard the show is actually really good,
Yeah.
but I
Oh,
haven't seen it. But
I think C is like fair.
honestly, I think we have to move some of those movies down.
You think so?
Yeah, because I would watch Big Hero 6 over 101 Dalmatians and Sleeping Beauty and Bambi.
Okay, so he's going to the D category. Then?
Yeah, and then Alice in Wonderland can go to F because I don't
I will defend Alice and say it belongs in D.
How dare you?
I don't know. I like the visuals. I think D is like I don't really want to watch it, but I'll watch it one more time. At least F is like I'm gonna skip that shit like the plague.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
I know. Okay, well, we can only. I compromise and put in D. So C is like whatever. It's fine. I'll watch it once in a while. But D is like, okay. Maybe if I have little kids with me.
Hmm.
Booty and the breast.
Oh.
This is really high up there. I think.
Yes, this is the like. Oh God, it's one of my favorite like romantic movies from Disney. One of the best like princess movies in my opinion. Despite the whole Stockholm syndrome debate thing,
Yeah,
I still love it. The music's amazing.
they do fall in love really quickly, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
I will admit they do fall in love really quickly. I didn't realize until I was older that it was like in the span of a couple of days. I thought it was like months.
I like Gaston as a villain. Although honestly, what he could have done is he could have just moved on and found someone else.
Yeah, he was really stubborn for no reason. I'm like,
It
you
was
have
like-
a flock of women after you.
Yeah,
You
why-
really
what
need this one person?
Why do you want Belle so bad? I guess she's pretty, but like I think you could like find someone who's more compatible with you.
Yeah, who like adores you, which is basically what he wanted.
Exactly. Like he is. Look, I think she was of a higher standard than him, and
Definitely.
well, I don't even have to say I think I know, but like, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, he just want that.
You know, it's
Yes.
funny that
What?
a lot of people think that the Beast was better looking as a beast than as a human.
No, yeah, when he does the reveal shot, he turns around. It's kind of like
It's like, oh,
it's a dark, ugly.
go back
shot.
to the Beast, please.
Yeah. I love the
Do you
side.
think Belle was disappointed?
It's like, yeah, you look like an Amish person. Yeah,
Belle's basically just a furry.
I guess so. She learned to. Why do I think she had a pet dog? She didn't have a pet dog.
No, she didn't. She had the horse.
She had a horse.
Philippe.
Philippe, yeah, that's right. Horses and dogs are not the same animal.
No.
No matter what Disney
they
wants you to
vary
think.
greatly.
Yeah. Yeah, I love all the side characters too. Like, I think Chip is sweet, and Mrs. Potts is
Lumiere is
lovely.
awesome.
Lumiere is fun, and Cogsworth is like the stick up the ass. It's like, guys, we gotta keep him down. He's gonna rip us to pieces. Next, Home on the Range.
Oh god, that's one we both haven't seen.
I haven't seen it, but I heard so many bad things that I think I could fit in F.
No,
had
but we
seen
haven't
it.
seen it. That's not
We
fair.
haven't seen it, so I can't quantify it.
And I mean, I don't think I'll ever see it because I don't really care about cows. I'm sorry.
You don't care
I
about
don't
cows?
care about the cows.
Yeah.
I like to eat them.
Not.
But
Well, I mean, at least you're honest. I just think it looks lame. Like, it almost feels like it's trying to be a DreamWorks movie or something. And it's trying to be all, like, hip. I remember Family Guy made a pretty, like, cutting joke about it. It's like, it was trying to reach, like, an urban demographic. And then the people in the theater were like, hey, this really relates to us. Or something like that. Yeah. And then we got Bolts.
oh, I loved this movie.
This one's actually not bad.
It was a lot of fun.
Hello, computer.
Plus, the dog looked like my dog back in the day.
Yeah,
Because
the
he was
John
white.
Travolta dog.
He was played by John Travolta?
You didn't know that?
No,
Yeah,
I just knew Miley Cyrus was in the movie.
You know, it's also funny. The cat, Susie Essman, was in Curb Your Enthusiasm. She's the one who's like, my daughter found a doll who was decapitated!
Oh, that lady.
That lady who shouts all the time. And I love the guy who plays Rhino, the hamster,
Oh,
because
yeah.
he was just an animator for Disney.
Oh,
And
really?
he auditioned just because he was. I think someone just told him, "Hey man, you should just give it a shot." and he won. And there's reaction footage of him getting the job. He's jumping up and down. His face is full on red. And he was good. I liked him. There's a lot of things I like about Bolt, actually. I would maybe call it a gem, or maybe put it in C where I would watch it.
I would watch it over Big Hero 6, but I don't know if I like it more. I like Atlantis more than Bolt. Maybe C.
Maybe it's C, because I don't think it's, like, in any way, like, close to this level.
No.
But it's fun.
Yeah, and I like the animation style to it. It was really nice.
It's fun.
It was super cute. And I mean, the dog's the hero, so it's awesome.
Well, of course you would like that because of the dogs.
Yeah.
Cinderella meets a fella and moves out of her awful aunt's place. Or is it stepmother? I don't fucking know.
It's a stepmother.
Yeah.
Her aunt?
She sucked.
I watched this a lot. I think I broke the VHS from how much I watched it when I was a kid. I don't know why I watched it so much.
I don't know.
It's not that great. I guess I just like the idea of dressing up and being a princess for a night and going to a ball.
Yeah, I don't remember much of anything about this movie.
The mice were probably my favorite part.
Yeah.
Cinderella.
I will say this, Cinderella's a better character in Sleeping Beauty and Snow White, because she actually has to strive to do what she wants, but at the same time, eventually just a magical person appears like, hey, you want a witch come true? Here you go.
You know what?
Go to the ball.
They did 3 movies for Cinderella, and I had all of them, okay? The second one was a piece of garbage. But the third one was better than all of them. The third one was awesome. It's called Cinderella, A Twist in Time.
Okay.
And honestly, I would recommend that as a
You
gem.
seem like the certified Cinderella fan of the group, so where would you put Cinderella?
Cinderella, probably in D, because I have the
God.
same feeling as, like, Sleeping Beauty.
You know what I love about us? We're not, like, putting a lot of these classics up on the echelon like most people would be. Like, oh, Sleeping Beauty is a timeless tale. No, we're, like, kind of looking at
please.
We're kind of looking at it a modern way and just going, like, you know, like, it's not that great, guys. Like, it's alright. I watched it when I was a kid.
I mean, it was awesome for its time, and I, like, commend it for doing what it did, but... Yeah, there's better stories now.
Speaking of things that were definitely of their time, you ever seen Dinosaur?
I think I did, yeah, and it was awful.
I remember, like, I had, like, the McDonald's toy, like, the hand puppets.
Yeah.
I always got the evil dinosaur one, and it kind of turned me off from the movie because it was so scary looking. This movie is ugly.
It is
and
so
unappealing.
Ugly.
It hasn't aged well at all. Jurassic Park came out years before it, and it looked a lot better than this. And the way they did it was they shot all this live action footage of, like, jungles and, like, canopies and deserts. They just got all this stock footage of, like, you know, landscapes. And then they superimposed CGI dinosaurs into them to make them look real. But it's like night and day. I think Dinosaur is a fucking failure.
Yeah, it was a failure. I don't even remember anything of the story. I just remember it looked ugly and I didn't like it.
Super generic.
Saludos, amigos!
I have not seen this one.
I have seen this one. I saw it when I was a kid, but I honestly don't remember anything. I just remember that there was some Hispanic music in it, maybe, and Donald Duck. Wearing a sombrero, I believe.
And Goofy's there.
Goofy's there?
Yeah, he's right there on the
No way,
poster.
I thought it was like Donald Duck with these two like birds.
I think you're thinking of the Three Caballeros.
Oh, I'm confused.
You confused two movies. You thought the other Latin one was the other Latin one.
The Three Caballeros, of course. I saw that one. I did not see this one.
I haven't seen this one either. I haven't seen either of them, so I cannot say. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
This movie was boring as shit. Didn't like it that much, I'm gonna be honest.
I don't care for the main character. The prince is not even... I don't even think he has lines. I think he just sings.
He just sings one song. Da, 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 da.
And then the queen just wants her dead. She's like, that fucking bitch is prettier than me. I'll show her. I'll make her pretty.
The best part is...
The dwarves.
The dwarves,
I think
obviously.
The dwarves are like... I like him. It's like... All the dwarves are like, hey, she's just taking care of us. We like her. And Grumpy's like, I don't like her. I'm like, shut up, Grumpy. You don't like anything. You got a fucking attitude.
I like how they just accept her, though. Like, she just, like, stormed into their house.
Yeah, slept in their beds.
Slept on their beds.
And after a hard day of work, they come home and he's like, who's this bitch?
Who the fuck is this? And then she's like, "Oh, please let me sing." It's like, okay, do some housework
Okay,
then.
clean our. Get back to the kitchen.
Get back to the kitchen, woman.
And that's
Basically what it was.
That's all she does until the queen comes in and disguises herself as a hag.
And she doesn't listen. They told her. They're like, don't accept anything from strangers. And she's like, okay.
Okay. Oh, an apple. Oh, here, have a free apple. Okay. Wait a minute. And it's like, oh no, she'd die. And then the prince is like, ooh, a corpse. Yeah.
Oh god, that was so bad.
And then she is revived. Yeah, there's a lot of problems I have with Snow White, but to be fair, it is like the very first fully animated feature ever made.
That's true.
Historically, it's quite relevant, but yeah, I have problems with it.
Did you know that she's the youngest Disney princess? She's 14 years old. That's cringy as hell when you think about it. Right?
I don't know. What are you I don't know what
like,
to
this
say.
woman just killed a 14-year-old girl.
It was
And then
prettier
this
than
other
her.
guy just comes in and kisses her dead corpse and is like, marry me.
Hey, maybe the prince was 14-year-old. I don't know.
I sincerely doubt it.
He's like 44 or something.
You know his name?
No.
Florian. His name is
Florian! That sounds like a floor cleaner product. Oh my god, I could rip this movie a new one. But where are we gonna rank it?
Oh god. I mean, it's not
an F.
It's not dinosaur level failure, but I guess it's a D.
I don't know, like, I feel bad for putting it so low, but at the same time, yeah, it's not a great.
We're being ruthless.
We're being very ruthless about this.
Very ruthless.
And it's like a lot of these princess movies, I obviously didn't watch very much because it didn't appeal to me, but like, even you, who loves Disney.
I love Disney princess movies. They're my shit, but
really?
still.
Because you got a couple here that would beg to differ.
Yeah, well...
You like modern
I
princess,
like the modern ones more.
They're better written.
Yeah, they're better written, and it's not like the same thing over and
over. I
over.
remember Evan's mom would often not have him watch the Disney princess movies because she felt that they had bad messages.
Well, she's not wrong. Like,
you'd agree with that?
Yeah, like, it's okay to watch it. I wouldn't be like, oh, to my daughter, no, don't ever watch that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd probably push more for, like, Tangled or something like that. Or The Princess and the Frog, better Disney princesses that do things for themselves and not just get rescued by some princes or some men or whatever.
Yeah. But you know what everyone else wants to be other than a princess? Everybody wants to be a cat! Hallelujah! Hong Kong Fooey. I kind of like this movie because the main villain is supposed to get an inheritance, but the stupid benefactor gives it to her cats instead.
She gives it to her cats? Like, the cats are gonna do anything with that money.
What are they gonna, like, where... They're gonna pay the rent? He's gonna have to pamper these damn things.
He'll be out of a job when she dies.
Exactly. If they ever remade this movie, please cast Steve Martin as Edgar. That'd be amazing. I kind of like Aristocats. It's fine. Like, I don't think it's a gem. And
I think C is fine.
I think C is perfectly fine.
But it does have some racist undertones in it. Did you know?
Yeah, that one shot with the cat that's supposed to be an Asian
playing,
cat,
like, chopsticks?
a Chinese cat, but they cut that out.
Did they?
Yeah, they edited it out now.
Oh, good. Good on you, Disney.
Yeah, censor yourself, Disney. We need that. Yeah.
It's kind of crazy because, like, I love dogs, but I still put Dalmatians down there and put the Aristocats above it.
Well, the characters are better than Aristocats. I like all three of the kids. I like Duchess and O'Malley, Thomas O'Malley.
Yeah, do the dogs even talk in 101 Dalmatians?
Yeah, they do. They talk to each other. In the remake, they don't talk, but like in 101 Dalmatians, Pongo and Perdita, they talk all the time. All the damn puppies talk too. And the cats and the horses, they all talk.
I like the dogs in the Aristocat movie where they're like hunting.
I'm the leader. I say when we can go.
Yeah.
I love the mouse voiced by Winnie the Pooh. Every time he coughs, he sounds like what's another character? He sounds like Ka, I think. Sterling Holloway. That was the name of the voice actor.
Yeah, he did the voice of Ka from the.
He did the voice of Ka. He did the voice of the Cheshire Cat. He did the voice of Winnie the Pooh. He also did the voice of the mouse. So
wow,
his name,
he did a lot.
He did. I don't remember the name of the character, but yeah, the mouse in this is voiced by Sterling Holloway. I think he's my favorite voice actor in Disney, to be honest. I just love his sound. I love the way he talks. Ralph breaks the internet.
Ralph breaks. Oh, this is the second one. Okay.
I don't like this movie at all.
I didn't like it. I loved the first one, but this one was like, eh,
I just didn't.
okay.
I didn't like how like the movie starts with a problem. Like, oh no, Vanellope's game is gonna be broken, and they're gonna ship it out unless we fix it. And then Vanellope finds the internet. It's like, I found an MMORPG that I like way better than my crummy old arcade game. I want to be in this one. And Ralph busted his ass throughout the entire movie to help his friend like get to the arcade. And it makes the movie makes a really hard turn and says Ralph's the bad guy for trying to be like possessive or some shit.
Yeah, possessive of his friendship with her.
Yeah, I guess, even though he just values her like so much. I mean,
she's like his only friend.
yeah, exactly. And like
The only friend he's ever had, actually.
yeah, and it's like, oh, but Ralph's a bad guy, and then he has like a literal like all of his evil like toxic personality turns into a villain, and then all the Disney princesses from from odisney.com come and save the day. You know what? Fuck this movie. I hate it. I fucking hate Ralph Breaks the Internet. I remember when it was over, I was just kind of angry about everything that came out. And then you go to the Marvel site, and it's like, I don't even, I think it was daring of Disney to like make a movie about the internet, which is something that isn't necessarily for kids. But yeah, no, fuck it. I don't like that movie. Now we got
No.
Fantasia.
If you're gonna defend Alice in Wonderland, I'm defending this movie and at least put it in the D. I'm not putting it in an F.
You don't think it deserves F?
I don't think it deserves F. I'm gonna be honest.
I guess it kind of looked. The only thing I liked was the reference where they go to the Tron arcade and it crashes because the game's so old. And it's like, Tron, can you help us? Tron's probably like the one Disney movie that's a huge guilty pleasure of mine, even though I know it has flaws. Fantasia. I saw this last year for the first time. Have you seen Fantasia?
I think I've only seen the broomstick scene, like everybody else.
That's the one that most people remember. Fantasia is kind of hard to sit through, to be honest. Like, it's not bad. It's very, very impressive for its time. It was like before there were music videos, there was Fantasia, and they used classical music to tell a story entirely on the music alone. The animators would just listen to it on vinyl for like hours and hours at a time, and they would storyboard everything. It's pretty well done.
That's pretty incredible, but
I would probably put an A.
What?
Just because it looks really, I don't know. But then I'm kind of thinking to myself, I don't like watching it. There's huge stretches that go nowhere, and it's very tedious at times.
It's boring. Like the broomstick scene is the best part.
I would hate it as a kid, but as an adult, I do appreciate what they were trying to do.
I'd have to watch it again.
I don't know, like I'm actually like I'm in such a big crossroads here because I don't think Fantasia is that entertaining, but it is a bit of a landmark in and of itself.
C.
Maybe C is where I'd put it because I don't really enjoy it that much, but I like it more than a lot of these things, especially this thing. Fun and Fancy Free. I remember that.
I've never seen that movie.
You haven't?
No.
It's the one where like Mickey, Donald, and Goofy go and fight the giant.
Oh, I had the story. I had a story of like 50. I had a book with 50 like Disney stories in it, where it had like Mickey and all the other characters and stuff. And one of them was like Mickey and the Beanstalk. Okay. So it was just basically Jack and the Beanstalk, but with Mickey, Donald, and Goofy.
I'm trying to remember all the stories. There's also this one about a bear who rode a unicycle. And he fell in love with this one female bear, and the only way you can express your love is if you slap each other.
What?
Yeah, that's
domestic abuse.
It's a little dicey. I think there's another story, but I totally forgot. This is not a very substantial Disney movie, but I do kind of like. I like the giant characters, like fee, fi, fo, fum. What else? You like forget. I'll put it in C. I mean, it's fine, but I don't want to watch it all the time. Far from great. Oh, Hunchback of Notre Dame.
That's a good one.
This movie's on fire.
I watched it like a handful of times, but I think it's a really good movie.
I really love the dark tone of this movie. I think that's what I liked about it. It
scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what's going on or what he's talking about,
the
but
villain is
the
like
villain
a
was
whole new
terrifying.
level. Like some villains I find in Disney are kind of like evil for the sake of evil, but Frollo I totally understand what he's doing, and it's horrible.
I
So
think A is
I
fair.
think A is more than appropriate for Hunchback. This one's
Oh,
really
and
good.
Esmeralda is like the prettiest,
Disney girl.
one of the prettiest characters they've ever made.
Yeah, I like her. Oh look, the lion thing.
I love this movie, and when you told me that you didn't like The Lion King,
It's an F. Right next to Dinosaur.
Oh my
Lion
god.
King sucks.
I'll kill you.
No, I'm just kidding.
No.
No, I disagree. I actually really like Lion King.
You've changed your tune, which is great.
I used to not be fond of it. I think it's because I spent more time watching the stupid directed DVD. The directed DVD things, or VHS, I guess, the direct stuff really tainted my memory of a lot of the things. I used to watch the sequels more than the originals. I don't know why.
Oh, but The Lion King is like amazing. It's just Hamlet with animals.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. And it has like some of the best music in Disney history, honestly. I mean, Elton John does a great job.
Him and Tim Rice. Yeah, they were really good.
And the voice actors were actually really great.
Yeah, all of them. All across
all
the
of
board.
them. I mean...
So many people forget that Matthew Broderick played Simba. Ferris Bueller is in the greatest Disney movie of all time.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, though, the best voice actor is...
Jeremy Irons?
Yeah. Obviously. Like, he kills that role every single time.
I love Nathan Lane as Timon.
Oh, yes. In The Lion King 1.5, they were amazing.
I don't know the guy who plays Pumbaa, but he's super good, too.
Yeah, them together is just a great deal.
Have you ever seen the remake to The Producers?
No.
It's Nathan Lane and Matthew Broderick together.
Really?
So if you like The Lion King, please do yourself a favor and watch the remake to The Producers, because it's like Nathan Lane being theatrical as fuck and Matthew Broderick being as like melodramatic as fuck. It's great.
Have you seen the Lion King, not 1.5, but Lion King 2, I think it's called?
Yeah, I saw the second one where it's like
It's like Simba's daughter.
Simba's daughter
with
and
Scar's son? Or,
is that incestuous?
I think I just realized. I think that's incestuous.
They're like cousins then, aren't they? Yeah, they are cousins. Wait, no,
that's her uncle.
Scar's the uncle, isn't he?
Scar is Simba's uncle. So this kid is Simba's cousin. And so his daughter, Simba's daughter, falls in love with Simba's cousin. Oh, Disney, that's not good.
I feel like Sideshow Bob just like got hit with a rake and went.
Oh my goodness.
Moving on, the Ichabod and Mr. Toad movie I have not seen.
I have not seen it all.
No, I haven't seen it.
I didn't even see the trailer.
I kind of want to see this movie because it looks kind of creepy. Because I like the idea of Sleepy Hollow, and if you haven't seen the Tim Burton version, I highly recommend it. Even if it's a little out there. Oh, Dumbo.
Oh, Dumbo makes me so sad. I hate any movie
It's kind of miserable.
I hate the movies that, like, have bullying in it because it just makes me so depressed.
Should we put it in D for depressing?
D for depressing.
I just don't... It's not much I really like about Dumbo. I think it's kind of miserable all throughout. The one highlight where the movie picks up is with the crows, and it's kind of...
No.
I see an elephant fly. I don't even remember. The mouse is just Jiminy Cricket, basically.
Yeah, practically.
Okay, now, Frozen 2.
Have you seen Frozen 2?
I have not seen Frozen 2.
Okay, I have seen Frozen 2.
Is it F for Frozen 2? Is that where we're putting it? We're putting them in alphabetical, like, order.
Yeah,
based on the first letter of the name.
I
heard mixed things about this one, like it was very rushed or something.
It was like, okay, the songs were great.
Okay.
The story was kind of lackluster because it was like, there wasn't a villain, really.
Oh, no?
It was more like, a discovery story and finding yourself and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like, the villain, you could say, I guess, was their grandfather for, like, starting this whole... getting these people trapped in like this magical fog or whatnot for like 50 years. I have no idea. But yeah, it was not nearly as good as the first one. Kind of boring for the story, but the music was decent and the animation was actually really on point. I'd give it a C.
Okay. I mean, I can neither confirm nor deny, but it sounds like a very middle of the road movie. But
Oh,
hey,
yes.
what's his name? Cusco! Don't you know he's the king of the world?
This movie rocks.
I remember,
okay?
you know, it's funny. Every time I see your sister, and we talk about Emperor's New Groove, she's like, "Oh, I love that movie. It's not a great movie, but I love that movie." I'm like, yeah. I think this is hands down the funniest Disney movie
It's
ever.
one of the funniest movies. Yeah, it's
Like,
really good.
I'm very tempted to say either B or A.
I would give it an A just because I have so much fun with this movie.
I gotta say, yeah.
I mean, Kronk is the best.
Isn't that funny? You got Little Mermaid, which is a classic. Hunchback of Notre Dame, which is sad as shit. And then you got Emperor's New Groove right next to it. You know, it's a good thing you're not a fat guy, or this would be really difficult. Like, I think Kronk, if Kronk was in the movie, I'd be like, eh. But then Kronk elevates it to A.
Oh my god, yeah. Pull the lever, Kronk. Not the lever.
Ah, the poison, Cusco. Cusco's poison. Not poison? Yes! Why do we even have that lever?
The part that like kills me every time is when he's sneaking around with Cusco in the bag.
Yeah, Kronk is amazing. I just like everything about this movie. It's amazing how they had such a troubled production history with it too.
Really?
It was initially supposed to be a way more serious movie. Something about like I forget the not Empire of the Sun. That's a Spielberg movie, but it's like they had Sting involved from the Police, who was like he wrote like a lot of music for the movie, but eventually they just kind of had to like pull him out. They did keep him, and they did one song called "My Funny Little Friend." So yeah, his contributions were cut significantly. It's actually funny. They made a documentary where his wife was filming a lot of his time at Disney, because it was a big move for his career. But yeah, eventually they just kind of shut him out.
Mm.
But yeah, Emperor's New Groove is awesome.
Yep.
Lady and the Spaghetti Movie.
With dogs again, because Disney loves dogs.
No, so do you.
I do as well, so I can't complain.
I don't really love this movie, suffice to say. I think it's kind of uneventful.
Yeah, I do really like this movie, but I have to say not much happens. The best part, of course, is the spaghetti scene.
Yeah.
Where they sing to the dogs, even though they have a restaurant full of people.
Yeah.
And I guess they have time for that.
Sure.
And they just give the dogs free spaghetti. I'm like, all right.
Maybe it's a buffet and you can serve yourself.
But I love the animation in this. Actually, it's super cute. I love how they look. And in the end, I would maybe C.
See, I think I'm very comfortable.
Because I would watch. I can rewatch it, but not every year or anything.
No.
Oh, we watched the remake.
Yeah,
right?
we watched the remake together, and it was basically the same thing.
It was basically the same thing.
A couple of things modified to be a bit better, but overall pretty unsubstantial.
I hated the aunt.
Oh, Aunt Sarah.
Aunt Sarah in both movies. Oh my god, I hate her so much.
Yeah.
I don't know why they would trust that woman with anything. Honestly.
Because they can't afford a babysitter, I guess.
But you can afford that big house.
Sure. They have to choose one or the other. We either buy a big house and deal with Aunt Sarah, or we get a shitty house and not have to deal with her. I would take the latter.
Yeah.
I always loved Lady's design though, because she always reminded me of you.
Yeah, because I have the poofy hair.
Yeah, you got the poofy hair.
I like her.
The eyes. Melody time.
I have not seen this.
I have seen it. It's basically Fantasia, but not as memorable or beloved.
Donald Duck?
Yes, Donald Duck. It was the first movie that introduced me to the Three Caballeros.
Oh, okay.
But they only appear in a bit. I don't really remember much of anything about this movie, but I thought it was fine, so I'll put it in C.
Ooh, you like it more than...
Fantasia? No, Fantasia's right here.
No. Then, the movie's in D. Interesting.
I don't know, I like the music. There's one bit, I remember one bit, it had Johnny Appleseed, it was the story of him, and there's this one song I always loved, it was the Lord is good to me, and so I thank the Lord for giving me the things I need, the sun and the rain and the Appleseed, the Lord is good to me. Johnny Appleseed, amen.
Yeah, we had to sing that every day before lunch at school.
Yeah, Yeah, that's where that song comes from. It comes from
I
Melody
had
Time.
no idea. I thought they made that up.
No, it's from Melody Time. I remember that. Yeah. So like that Johnny Appleseed bit elevates it from D to C.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
remember. I don't remember anything else.
Make My Music. Another
This
one that I
is
haven't
this is
seen.
like Melody Time. So I've heard. I've never watched it.
I've never seen it.
I don't care.
Fantasia 2000.
No. We have Moana now.
Oh shit. Moana.
I really loved Moana.
You really did.
I was surprised.
I really liked it too. It wasn't like my favorite Disney princess movie, but I thought it was fun.
Yeah,
I would put it in B. I mean, the songs are awesome.
I would actually put it in A, I guess.
In A?
Yeah. That's how much I liked it, I guess.
Wow. I didn't realize you liked it so much.
Yeah, I did.
I think the Rock is awesome.
I'm gonna get rid of gems, because I don't always have to be gems. Moana is certainly not a gem.
I mean,
it's pretty well received.
This movie, when I saw it, it knocked my socks off with the animation of like the water.
And shit.
Oh my goodness, it was incredible! I have no idea how they did that, but it was.
They did it with computers.
Blew me away. Okay.
I'm just saying, it's not freaking magic.
It was beautiful.
It looks good.
It was so astounding, and the music was awesome, of course, and it was. It was cool to see a Disney princess movie where she doesn't, get married or get with a guy at the end. It was different in that regard.
Yeah. I don't know. By the sounds of it, you really, really like it. I think it fits in A.
Fine.
I like it. And the music's really memorable, too. Like, most of the time, I can't remember most Disney songs. It was like...
What is that?
I'm a Moana.
That's not even the song. I'm a Moana.
Before I go. I'm off key, but whatever. Fantasia 2000. Fantasia 2000.
I have not seen it.
You haven't seen Fantasia 2000? I saw this one way before I ever saw the first Fantasia, and it's a lot more kid-friendly, I gotta say. There's a lot more, like, livelier bits.
I saw clips of it, but I haven't seen the whole thing.
I don't love the movie as a whole. The only section I love is the George Gershwin selection of Rhapsody in Blue, which is like, if you love New York, you'd love that short.
I love New York.
Basically, it's like New York during the Depression era, like 1920s. So you'd seen like a lot of people kind of hustling and bustling throughout the city. Like there's a clear divide in class where the rich people are like really, really like successful, and the poor people have to like work their ass off, and they have to find like fun and distractions in any way they can. I love that bit. That's the only part of the movie I love. Everything else kind of like is a bit of a blur. So it's not a gem in my opinion, but I do like it a little bit more than the first one. Oh, they also reused the broomstick bit from Fantasia.
Oh.
They straight up recycle it.
Well, that's lazy.
Yeah. And it has a lot of celebrity cameos, like Steve Martin's in it, I think. Penn and Teller. That's all I remember. God damn, I do not remember this movie very well. I just remember the one section I love, and that's about it. Now moving on. Jungle Book! A book in the jungle! I like it. I think it probably would fit in A, honestly.
What? Okay.
Yeah,
I have to disagree. I didn't like it that much. I'm gonna be honest. I think Mowgli's a brat, and he should just shut up.
He's a bit of a dumbass. I love the bit where like Shere Khan is literally staring at him in the face. He's like, "Run! Why should I run?" And Shere Khan has a look like he looks almost offended by that.
Yeah, he's like, "What the fuck?"
And I'm like, "Listen, you dumb little bitch, we've been trying to keep you safe from this thing the whole movie, and you're just acting like, oh, he's not even a big deal."
I know, he doesn't listen to Bagheera at all.
No, he doesn't listen.
Or Baloo.
He only listens to Baloo because Baloo's cool.
Yeah.
And he lets him get away with stuff.
Until, like, Baloo's like, oh, maybe you shouldn't. And he's like,
Mowgli is...
You're not my friend anymore, Baloo.
Yeah, Mowgli is very entitled for some reason.
Yeah, for being raised by wolves. That's really...
Mm-hmm. But I love Baloo and Bagheera's chemistry.
I love... The best song... Okay. I love the Bare Necessities, but the best song is King Louis' song. It really is.
I wanna be a man like Man Cub.
Plus, the Jonas Brothers covered it, and that just adds to the appeal.
You know, I think everything Jonas Brothers touch just makes it instantly good, doesn't it?
Obviously, it makes it into gold.
My
but
God.
that doesn't mean this movie is gold. I think
Yeah, I got it.
you got it. Okay.
Is it an F?
No, it's not an F.
Okay, good. Is
I
it
like
the
it
D?
more. I like it more than
let's
Alice
let
in
us know.
Wonderland, but maybe D
I
or C.
I don't think it belongs.
I'll
in
agree
C.
with C.
I don't think it belongs in C either. But it's not.
It doesn't. It's not at the same level as Atlantis.
Yeah, it is.
No, it is not.
I think it's a classic.
It is
I don't
not.
know what the fuck.
It is not.
You don't think it belongs? You think it belongs with like the more modern or like the kind of like the C tier?
Yeah.
I don't think it's that bad. Like I don't know. You even said like how much you like the songs and like some of the characters.
I like 2 songs.
Okay.
C.
Big.
C.
Big.
C.
Big.
C.
You see a C in the title? I see a B in the title. Should we rock, paper, scissors this or what? Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors. Wait, how are we playing?
Okay. No.
Rock, paper, scissors or rock, paper, scissors, shoot?
Okay, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay,
Yes.
shoot, good. Best 2 out of 3. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Fuck.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yes!
Oh, she got me.
It's C.
Okay, well, I tried my best, guys. You didn't see any of that, but it was pretty intense. Let me tell you, oh boy. Okay, Mulan.
Oh my god, there's no question here.
Can we agree that Mulan's like our favorite Disney movie?
It's one of the best. It's S every single fucking time.
I like it a lot more in Beauty and the Beast. Maybe more in Aladdin, actually.
I do like it more than Aladdin, but it's still an S. The songs are
It's
great.
still an S. The highest tier in
And
the list
it
is
has-
still an S.
I mean, Shang Li has my heart, honestly.
There's just so many good characters in this.
Oh, so many.
Even though the villain isn't all that memorable, at least he
Yeah,
serves
the villain
his
is the most
purpose.
lackluster part of the movie, but he is pretty savage.
They're all savage. Like, remember that bit where the 2 soldiers are captured at the Great Wall and they have to deliver a message and they both scurry off and the guy's like, how many people does it take to deliver a message? And the bowcaster is just like, 1.
Yeah, that
Cut
was
to
pretty
black.
dark. And
This
then,
movie doesn't fuck around. Like, it's a war movie.
it's all fun and games until they actually get into the war.
It's all fun and
And it's
games
like,
with Eddie Murphy until they get into the war.
Yeah, and then they see all the dead bodies of the soldiers. That was really dark.
I think I love every single song in this movie, too.
I do as well. I don't know if other people would agree and say, like, oh, the songs are kind of like, but I really like the songs.
Oh, no, I would not call Make a Man Out of You an ass song. That's like...
Yeah, but the other ones as well.
Like the...
Like the girl worth fighting
I love that
for.
song.
That's a great
I
one.
only care about what she cooks, like beef, pork, chicken. Every time Shan Po sings, it's just like, I really wish that I knew how to swim. He was the toy I got at McDonald's when I went the one time, and he was the only one I got, so I thought the character was more significant in my head. So I think every time I watched the movie, I just paid attention to what he did. I like it when, like, I think Mulan throws a rock or something, and it just bounces off his tummy, and he just looks down and like, that was unfortunate. Well, I'm gonna cry now.
I love Mulan as well. I think
Mulan's an excellent character.
I think
oh my
she's
God.
like one of the best Disney princesses, if not the best.
Probably one of the best female characters I've ever seen, too.
Probably, yeah. I mean, she does all this just for her family.
Yeah.
She risks her life for them.
And she's not inherently perfect at everything either. She's just...
No, it wasn't like automatic, which
She
was
struggles
really awesome.
super hard, like especially in the middle of Be a Man, where she has to like climb a pole. She has to vault up it, and she's the only one smart enough to think of like using the 2 like weights to pull herself up. I can't imagine how much core strength you need to do that, but she pulled it off.
Yeah,
She
and that was
throws
after
the arrow
like
down.
weeks of training that she finally got into strength, and she used her brains at the same time.
Yeah.
She's both smart and strong.
She didn't try to use her teeth to climb up a pole.
Oh my god. Ew.
What the hell, Harvey Firestein? I just looked through my hands. So many characters I remember. So many good times. Yes, Mulan is an S, certainly.
Chicken Little. Okay.
Follow that up with Chicken
Wait, when did
Little.
Saludos Amigos get to F?
Oh, I think it accidentally got shuffled in the mix.
There we go. Sorry, Saludos.
Oh wait, no, we didn't see this one.
I didn't see it. I
Yeah,
thought you saw
I
it.
didn't see it. I haven't seen either of them. They went. I think because I accidentally put one movie here and I accidentally slipped up to. Sorry about that. Chicken Little. belongs in F. Have you seen it?
Fuck that movie. Honestly, it's terrible. Don't even bother.
It's like the first CGI movie, and it's such a bad note to start with.
Oh, it's an ugly movie, too.
It's ugly. It tries way too hard to be DreamWorks. It's not funny. The main character is a douchebag. Every other character is a douchebag. Everything stinks. The only thing I like is that they play an REM song in the trailer. And REM's one of my favorite bands, and they deserve better. Lilo and Stitch.
Oh my god, this is
love this
wonderful movie. I would put it in A.
I would agree.
Because Stitch is amazing. He's so fun to watch. And then the family dynamic is so great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it really gets to you. It always made me cry when I was a kid because I have a younger sister, so I really felt it. Like, when I watched it as a kid, I felt more like Lilo. But then now that I'm older, I see Nani's perspective as well. So it's great to rewatch as you grow older.
I like how you take it, like, you take all the most serious components, and here I am just going, I liked it because it had aliens.
Aliens.
I like the aliens. I like the two bounty hunters.
The aliens are really good.
I like how, like, when Stitch fights them for, like, near the end of the movie, and he, like, presses the button and blows up, and the guy's like, that's very dangerous.
Yeah, the fight in the house was great.
Oh, that's very dangerous. You shouldn't do that.
You know who else was great? Was
Bubbles?
Bubbles, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Lilo straight up asked him, do you ever kill anybody? He's like... He just silently stares
I'm not sure who plays him, Ving Rhames or Michael Clark Duncan. I don't know, my phone's off, but yeah. I get such a Marcellus Wallace vibe from him from Pulp Fiction.
Right.
He's so bad.
The soundtrack for this movie is really good too.
It's good. It makes you want to go to Hawaii.
Yeah, I always want to go to Hawaii.
Yeah, I think everyone does, but it's too expensive. Oliver and Company, I don't remember that well.
It. I don't remember it that well either, but I thought it was okay. It's more like a D list.
You think D? I'm kind of feeling D too. Like,
yeah, it kind of hits me like 101 Dalmatians. Or it's like,
it's just fine. I don't feel like watching it most of the time.
Yeah.
The only song I remember is like, why should I worry? Why should I care? I don't remember.
I don't even remember the songs.
I just remember the villain died horribly. He got killed by a subway.
Oh, I thought it was a train. Yeah, you're
They're
right.
a train, whatever, yeah. They're like running the rails and like they run off the side.
That was horrible.
That was a horrible way to die. Oh my god. Peter Pan.
Peter Pan. I watched this a lot because I also had this on VHS.
Peter Pan, underage man.
Yeah, it just makes me sad that, when they go back, he just stays. I feel like it's lonely.
Yeah.
Honestly, I liked,
He's got the Lost Boys, and he always fucks with Captain Hook, so I guess he's got something to do with himself.
I think it's fun. I think it's like a C movie. I would really watch it.
See, I don't really love it.
Have you seen, like...
Finding Neverland?
Well, there's many, like, remakes of Peter Pan.
There's too many.
Hook is great.
Hook's okay.
And it has,
Dustin
Dante Bosco.
Oh, yeah, Dante Bosco.
Dante Bosco, who plays Zuko in Avatar. I mean, I love him. And then there was the 2003.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
I loved that one. I watched that more than the animated version. Just because I thought the guy who played Peter Pan was cute.
Have you ever seen Pan, the most recent one?
I did. I was disappointed.
Oh, God. They sing Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Do they? Ship. Oh, my God. I don't remember that.
So, do you remember? It's like, hello, hello.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, hello. And while there's a blitzkrieg going on in England and thousands of people are dying, they sing like Blitzkrieg Bop by the Ramones. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with everyone on this film? And they cast like Rooney Mara as like Tiger Lily. That's kind of... You don't remember? You saw the movie.
I saw the movie.
I know more about
the
movie, and I didn't even watch it. I just skipped the hell out of it. I was like, no, thank you, sir. I do not like...
I mean,
and they're gonna remake it again.
Again, we don't need more.
I'm tired of it. Like, it's fine, but like I don't need a billion of them.
Captain Hook's the best part of the movie.
Why don't you just remake Atlantis for crying out loud?
Yeah, Captain Hook's the best part of the movie.
He kind of is. He's like a villain that I kind of like love to hate.
Yeah, because he's so goofy.
Yeah. I'll get you for this, Pan. This is the last thing I do. Me.
He's so terrified of this crocodile.
I would be too. If I had a beast like that following me everywhere I go, and it has like a leitmotif of a clock. It's like your time's coming, Captain.
Yeah,
Your time is coming.
because he lost his hand to it, and that's why
bit
the
his hand off. So Brother Bear, also known as Joker Bear, is a walking phoenix.
I have not seen this movie.
I've seen it. I don't know. It's okay. It's got Phil Collins.
Phil Collins is
soundtrack. Yeah, we'll talk about him later with Tarzan, but like I don't remember it very well, and it's kind of just whatever-ish. It is kind of nice that Rick Moranis and oh, what the hell? What's he's an SC2. Dave Thomas and Rick Moranis team up again after starring in SCTV to play the Moose. How do you say moose? Moose. Moose is a plural of moose.
Moose is the plural of moose.
Moose is the plural. I am a dumbass.
Just like fish and fish.
I am a D for dumb. And dumb spelled backward is mud. Pinocchio!
Oh, I have a love-hate relationship with this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I do like a lot of it, but then once they reach the island and they start becoming like donkeys, that terrified me.
I love this movie from beginning to end. It was probably my favorite. I would probably place it an A personally.
Oh.
I like the music.
I would not.
I know it's got some creepy factors. I don't like how they just get away with turning kids into donkeys, but it's kind of like a
because they never resolve that. It's like did they turn back or no? And honestly,
compared
we think
to
no.
Compared to the original story, it's actually very toned down.
Really,
from what I've told. Yeah, it's got some really insidious elements to it, but I think I like it because it makes the adventure more dangerous.
Honestly, for me, it's a C. Can we compromise with a B?
We could rock, paper, scissors for a while. You know what? Fine, I'll put it in B. I just like Jiminy Cricket so much. He's so sweet.
He is, even though Pinocchio never listens.
I never thought I would love a bug as much as I love Jiminy Cricket. Oh, the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
I saw it like once. I mostly watched the Tigger movie as a kid. The Tigger movie was awesome.
I like this one a lot better though. This is probably like my favorite like early era Disney, even though it came out in the late 60s, early 70s.
Is this the movie where Winnie the Pooh gets into like this psychedelic dream?
There's a lot of Disney movies that have that description, but yeah, yeah, he has a nightmare about Huffalumps and Woozles.
Yeah, that scared me.
Dumbo has the exact same scene. You ever notice that? Yeah, because he gets drunk and he starts like thinking about pink elephants on parade.
Well, Disney did recycle a lot of their animation.
I think a lot of that was recycled. You can
see it a lot in a lot of their movies.
I thought those scenes were similar. I'm gonna put Winnie the Pooh in A.
No.
Why can't you just let me have this one? You've been like bossing me around, telling me like, oh, Pinocchio's a B. Oh, Fantasia isn't worth a shit. Put it in C.
I let you with your melody time and your other shit.
Well, you didn't care about those so much. I put that in C.
Didn't see that.
Exactly. So I had a say, but can I just put Winnie the Pooh in A? It's like one of the most classic Disney movies ever. Remember he gets stuck in the Hummel? And rather than help him, Rabbit just puts all his furniture on his ass. Or the part where, like, Eeyore... Actually, I don't know what Eeyore even does in the movie. I forget. Or, like, Pooh ties balloons on him and turns himself into a rain cloud so he can steal some honey. Or, like, Rabbit's sick of Tigger's shit, so... I always thought Rabbit was a woman, but actually it's a guy.
How did you ever think Rabbit was a woman?
It was such a musky voice. So it was an older woman.
No. Oh, I didn't like Rabbit because he was always a downer.
You're not supposed to like Rabbit. He's like a control freak up the butt.
Yeah, Tigger was the best.
I love how Tigger gets like runs through the woods and Rabbit's dragged around. It's like, whoa, poor dear Rabbit. Poor dear old Rabbit. Or something. And the ending's kind of like melancholy because Christopher Robin, I almost said Christopher Lee, but no, it's Christopher Robin. He was like, I'm going to go to school now, Pooh, you may not see me for a while. And then Pooh's like saying, Christopher Robin, what does it mean to do nothing? It's like, you're doing nothing. And that's all you got to say. And they're like throwing sticks down the creek. It reminds me of what I would do on like the last days of summer when I was a kid. So like that touched me a little.
So sad.
Exactly, but
I
it's
would put
kind
it
of
in B.
it's mirth inducing. I don't know. I want to put it in A.
I think it's a B.
Okay, well, we agree to disagree. You took Pinocchio. Okay, I did not see the
There's another Winnie the Pooh.
I did not see the 2010s Winnie the Pooh movie. It was, I think it's the last traditionally hand drawn movie that Disney ever did. It came out after Princess and the Frog.
Really?
I don't know anything about. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it. I didn't even know about it.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Okay, this one is a good one.
You
to
are
its,
a bad guy, Ralph.
compared to its second one, this one was actually so much fun.
It was.
It was really well written. I like the story.
It had like Ready Player One levels of video game references everywhere.
Yeah, it was just so much fun. I really liked it. I would put it in B.
I think B's solid enough. It's like, I'll never be good, and that's not bad. I'll always be bad, and that's good, or something.
Yeah, it was something along those lines.
I can't quote things verbatim. I'm sorry. Here we go. Tangled.
Yes! Yes!
Your favorite.
I don't know if it's my favorite because I have so many ties.
To
Concerning
the
Disney's...
Mafia?
Yeah.
You have so many ties to the Mafia? Something you're not telling me. No, I'm not. Get out of here, Lady in the Tramp. God, I hate this computer. It sucks. Alright, Tangled.
Tangled.
Okay, here we go.
This is my sister's favorite princess movie because she loves Flynn Rider, and I have to agree. Flynn Rider is, I think, the best Disney prince because he's funny, he's sarcastic.
He feels like a Joss Whedon character.
He's just awesome.
Like, if you watch Firefly, you know what I mean. But like, yeah, he's a pretty good character.
And I do like Rapunzel. Despite her like well, not despite, because of her innocence.
The villain is super insidious.
Oh my god, yeah.
And by the end, she straight up tries to stab a bitch.
Yeah, she has a really good song too. The Mother Knows Best song is really good.
I don't know how it goes.
All the songs in this movie are great, and the horse is awesome.
I think, yeah, I kind of feel like it's a B.
It's an A.
Oh.
Yeah.
How the tables have turned.
It's an A.
You think it's an A?
I think it's an
you think
A.
It holds up with Emperor's
And I
New
think the
Groove
audience would agree with me that it's
and
an
Lilo
A.
and Stitch and Little Mermaid.
Yeah, A.
I think it's a D. Okay, no, just kidding. I'll put it in A.
Yes, that's correct.
Since you let me have Winnie the Pooh, I'll let you have Tangled.
That's right.
We already sound like a married couple. The Rescuers. That wasn't Down Under.
I haven't seen this movie very often.
I saw it once.
I might have seen it like twice when I was really young. I just know that Down Under was more fun.
It was.
And The Rescuers was kind of creepy.
It's pretty uneventful for the most part. I'm gonna go. I feel comfortable putting it in D. Like
I as well.
I
as well
think that I feel as well that The Rescuers is a D.
Yeah, I just remember that the diamond was in like a teddy bear.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this creepy woman.
Medusa.
Medusa. Oh.
I like
such a villain name. Who the fuck would name their daughter Medusa?
Assholes, I guess.
Assholes, yeah.
I loved her sidekick though. She had a bodyguard or like second-hand man named Snoops.
Oh yeah.
Who is basically Paul Giamatti to a T. If they remake The Rescuers, they need to have Paul Giamatti play Snoops, because good lord, would that be perfect. He's just such a bumbling asshole. Robin Hood. They should have called it Recycled Hood, because there's so many reused assets in Robin Hood. I don't like this movie very much.
I like it more than Dinosaur. I would keep it at a D, honestly.
I think it's a D. I don't like it.
I think it's boring.
It's the most contentious Disney classic I've ever seen, because I'm like, what's so classic about it? I'd rather watch, like, Prince of Thieves, or I'd rather watch Men in Tights. And that version.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch Robin Hood Men in Tights than Robin Hood. I don't know. I don't even love Men in Tights, but whatever. Oh, speaking of foxes, we got Zootopia. A rather relevant movie.
But I actually really like that movie.
I like that. I think it's. I think Evan would probably put it all the way up in S, and I don't think it's that great.
You grabbed Sleeping Beauty. I don't think it's that great either. I think it was fun and it was interesting, but B is fair.
I don't know. I didn't love it, but I understand what it was trying to do.
Yeah, I like the animation too.
My favorite character was the cheetah and the sloth.
The sloth was the best.
Ha.
I I like at the end where he's driving a race car.
He's driving a race car. That was pretty classic. Oh no, here we go. Let it go. I'm tired of this movie's reputation.
I really loved Frozen when it first came out. I watched it with my sister, and it's such a sister movie.
It really is. Yeah, I feel like you would get more out of this one.
Oh yeah, I got a lot out of it. The songs were awesome until they were overplayed. I feel really bad for it because of that.
I remember I was at a McDonald's and I was waiting for my food, and this song started playing on the radio. I was like, "Come on, fast food, can you go any faster?" Because I'm sick of this song. It played every day.
I do really like it, and I liked the twist in the villain near the end.
Oh,
Because
you did?
Because the entire time when I was watching it in theaters, I'm like, okay, but who's the villain? And then when it got to that part where he's gonna kiss Anna, I'm like, oh no, it's him. I knew it before he said it, but I do feel really bad that the songs were overplayed because I think that lowered this movie's ranking. Because I probably would have put it in A before, but now
it's so oversaturated.
Yeah, but now I think B is fine.
I think Frozen. It's better than Frozen 2, so that's
it's definitely better than Frozen 2.
Oh, definitely. So it's like all the way up an ass, huh?
No.
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 The songs are better though. Love is an Open Door is probably my favorite one.
I like In Summer. That's just because like Olaf is such a whack character. I like he's like, I got impaled.
You know,
I don't have a skull or bones. And he just says that in the most like serious way. He just looks up to the camera like, I don't have a skull.
My mom watched that movie with us for the first time, like, I don't know, a year after it came out. And I don't know what she was going through, but she cried so much in that movie. And she's like, oh my god, the snowman is gonna die. I'm like, Mom, this is Disney. Nobody's gonna die. Not like this.
I wasn't sure the snowman would live or not. I thought Olaf was actually gonna be done for in the end. But then Elsa does a thing and he's fine.
Yeah, and my mom was like, oh, you know what? I don't think Anna should have ended up with Kristoff. I'm like, why do you think that, Mom? She's like, well, he's the Iceman. Shouldn't he have ended up with Elsa? She makes ice. And I'm like, well, you're not wrong. He's in love with ice.
The thing you do is the thing you will stick with for the rest of your life. It's like I'm a painter. I should just marry a paint can.
Yeah.
Is that the concept?
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright,
I love pizza.
So you're gonna marry a pizza?
I mean, yeah.
You're gonna dump me for a pizza.
Extra cheese, pepperoni, maybe a stuffed crust one.
Well, I'm so happy for you, Veronica. I'm glad you found your lot in life.
We're getting married next summer.
Hmm.
Anyways.
Will you dance at your wedding to When the Moon Hits Your Eye Like a Big Pizza Pie? That's amore.
Yes.
Da-da-da-da-ding, da-da-da-da-ding. The Black Cauldron is not a particularly good movie. It actually almost sunk Disney.
Seriously?
The 80s was such a terrible time for Disney. It was their lowest point in all of their history. So, like, Great Mouse Detective didn't do all that well. It underperformed. I think Oliver and Company was around that time. Like, they just had a lot of, like, movies that weren't successful. It wasn't until, like, the Disney Renaissance with, like, The Little Mermaid and all that really propelled them back to where they were. So there was a lot of awkward moments throughout the history of Disney where it's like they didn't have... And, like, Fox and the Hound was another example. Like, there's just so many... It was such a dark period for the whole franchise. Or no, I mean the company. And Black Cauldron is kind of said to be the one that almost sank the company.
I never seen the movie, so I guess I'll take
I thought it was okay. I mean, it's basically like Lord of the Rings for Disney, but like not as defined. I think I don't mind it. I would probably put it in C, which is probably a lot higher than most people would put it. But I watched it a lot when I was a kid, and I liked it because it was creepy.
Oh, I love Tarzan. Okay, I love Tarzan. That is an S for me. I can watch it.
S.
Yeah, I can watch it all the time.
Oh.
The music's awesome. The story's awesome, and I love all the characters.
Yeah, you think it's the highest point in Disney, like, period?
Yes!
I think it's like an A. I don't know about it, but I do like it a lot. It's probably one of my favorite Disney movies, too.
It's awesome!
I guess I'm just trying to be objective. But you know what?
Yeah, I'm not.
I will put it in S, because I like it as much as you do. Three Caballeros. This is the one.
Oh, the one that I.
This is the one you confused for Saludos Amigos.
I'm sorry. Yes.
I never saw it, so I cannot quantify.
I saw it. Don't remember it. I just remember Donald Duck in a sombrero, and they sing some.
What a
songs.
great film!
What a fantastic
We will
film.
put in
It's
F for
Oscar
film.
worthy.
We'll put in F for being a film. It sounds like a D.
I guess a G, because I can't say if it was a failure or not, honestly.
There are not a lot of Fs. I'm kind of Pocahontas. I kind of hate this movie, to be honest.
Really?
I never liked watching it as a kid. I think I saw the second one more, and I hear the second one's even worse.
The second one was worse.
I don't remember anything. I just remember John Smith almost got like hacked to bits.
Yeah,
with
he
an
almost
axe.
got killed because he went in front of. He saved Pocahontas' father and took the shot. Because her father was gonna get shot by the evil guy, I think it was, and then he stood in the way.
I don't remember anything. I just remember I did not like this movie at all.
I know, like, they killed someone, I think. Oh, I think... Because Pocahontas was, like... Yeah, Pocahontas was, like, betrothed to, like, this warrior guy. And then John Smith's best friend kills him because he thinks that the warrior guy's gonna kill John Smith. It was just a lot of miscommunication.
It seems like they just needed to, like, sort this out with a text message.
But the songs are amazing. I mean, Colors of the Wind is one of the best
I think that's
Disney
the biggest.
songs.
I think that's the biggest silver lining with this movie is that yes, it does have good music, but I don't remember anything about it.
Can we put it higher than that?
Do you think it belongs in the C category?
Yeah, C.
Alright, fine. Even though it's my least favorite Disney movie, I will put it in C, because I put Black Cauldron there, so that, I guess that's your Black Cauldron entry, where it's like,
Yeah.
I do think it's laughable that Disney thought this would be more successful than Lion King.
They really did, and they put all, like, their best animators into Pocahontas
It's weird, because, like,
Lion King
looks so much better than Pocahontas. That's weird to me. Princess and the Frog.
I really liked this movie when it first came out. Just because it was different and it was the first time they had like a black Disney princess, which was pretty awesome. And I like that she cooks. I don't like the prince that much, I'm gonna be honest.
I didn't really care for him either. Well, I remember when we watched this movie, we borrowed it from the library and it skipped like 5 times. So I think we lost like 30% of the movie, so I don't really have a full picture of it.
But the music was awesome. It was really good music.
I think my favorite, the only part I really remember is when the crocodile's like, I want to be in a band. And it hard cuts to a flashback of him jumping on like a riverboat and playing trumpet. Everyone just jumps ship because they're scared as hell.
I would put it at least
like
in B.
B, okay,
At least
fair.
in B. I know you haven't seen it in
I don't
full.
have a very strong
Really?
opinion of it. I don't know if I'd ever really want to watch it again, but yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, for me it's an A, but like because you haven't seen it in full, probably a B is best.
Fox and the Hound.
Oh, that movie made me cry.
It's so depressing.
It
The
is
book's
so
even worse.
sad. Oh, like I can't even watch it again because
Me
it
either.
just hurt me too much.
Yeah, I don't like it very much, to be honest.
I think it's good, but it's way too depressing.
Mm-hmm.
D is fine.
You know, an interesting fact, though, Tim Burton worked on this movie. He was an animator. Like, it was before he even got started in directing. He worked for Disney, and he did a lot of the cell animation.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's a Tim Burton movie. I'm just saying he
No,
worked on it.
not in any regard.
The Sword and the Stone.
I've seen that a couple
You know,
times.
if you're gonna put Tarzan in S, I actually feel like putting Sword in the Stone in S.
Excuse me?
I freaking love Sword in the Stone.
I'm sorry, but Tarzan, we both agreed that it was one of our favorite movies. Sword in the Stone is not one of my favorite movies.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, this is it's being really laggy for some reason. Okay, so you don't think so? Okay, can I at least agree that's an A?
It's not even an A for me, but I will accept it for now.
Okay.
It's like a C movie. I wouldn't watch it again.
I don't know if I approve of your catty tone. This is a movie where a boy gets turned into a squirrel and another squirrel wants to jump on his bones. And Merlin is like, ha ha ha, how silly young love is. And then a really ugly squirrel tries to get with him too. He's like, a most illogical thing. Get away from me.
Yeah,
Take me
that's
to
like,
Bermuda.
that's like peak Disney there, I guess.
Man, we'll fly all right. like a rock. And now we're on to our last entry, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
Hercules. Oh, Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. You ever seen Nutty Professor?
No.
They got this kid who's all tubby and he's like eating like a mountain of food. It's like, oh, look at him, he's my little Hercules. Hercules.
The heck?
I love that bit. Oh, you gotta love the dinner scene, the dinner scene from Nutty Professor.
Hercules, for me, is an S. I love that movie. I know you might not agree.
I would have put it as an S if there was more to Hercules as a character. I love Hades. Hades is probably like my favorite Disney villain, but everything else is just like pretty good. Oh, and Danny DeVito is really good
Danny
too.
DeVito is awesome.
And Rip Torn is a really surprisingly likable Zeus. I don't know. It's got
I will
stuff
accept
in it.
an A.
I think I will put it in A, although it is very close to an S. I just feel like some elements are kind of weak.
Greek mythology has always been my thing.
Well, you love Greek mythology.
Despite this not being accurate whatsoever, but I understand because, you know, we
Disney.
can't really have, you know.
Disney being inaccurate, what?
Yeah, we can't really have the actual story of Hercules told to, you know, 3-year-olds and 5-year-olds and stuff because that's probably not appropriate. But the story was still really good. I liked all the characters, especially Danny DeVito.
Here's a tip. Aim! I don't know.
And the music's so fun.
It's pretty lively, even though it has nothing to do with Greek culture.
No, not really.
You couldn't make a movie like this today. Disney would have to appropriate everything. But that's okay. So looking back at this list, we don't have a whole lot of S's.
So let's close ranks here.
Okay, so S.
So S, I'm pretty happy with. Unless you want to move something.
I don't know.
Yes! Yes, yes, yes.
I also put S. No, I'm just kidding.
Mm-hmm. The A's, I think they're pretty solid.
I like all the ones in the A's. I think they all deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
B's are predominantly gems, but then we kind of broke down into other movies that kind of fit that description.
Yeah, there was some argument here, but it's pretty decent.
Oh, it's contestable, whatever. C, there's a whole lot of who cares.
It's more like, it's okay. Watch it once in a while, once in a blue moon. Wait,
Yeah.
Sleeping Beauty is in C?
Oh no, it's gotta moved up
She
again.
keeps trying to move up ranks.
She keeps trying to be bigger than she is.
What a hoe.
Thinks she's all that in a bag of potato chips, I tell you what.
But C's are okay.
C's are alright. I mean, I would put Pocahontas way lower, but whatever. D's are all the ones I don't really like that much.
Yeah, these are like just...
I'm amazed there aren't that many F's, like, other than Dinosaur and Chicken Little.
Yeah, those are confirmed F's. The other ones, like, I don't hate them.
Yeah,
so
they could be
that's
better.
But they could be better, so that's why they're D's, basically.
Some of these have aged, I would say.
Yeah, they've aged and they don't really
not
stand
so much
the
in
test of
terms
time.
not so much in terms of animation. The animation has been solid all around.
Yeah.
But it's the story that I don't like, and some of the characters are a little weak.
The stories are just kind of like lackluster.
Okay.
It's like,
And then, okay, so all of these that you haven't seen, are there any ones that you would want to see? Home on the Range, you want to see?
I don't really want to see a bunch of
I feel like
cows.
if we watch this, it would probably be enough. I just heard so many negative things about it.
I think you watched that one.
I want to see Ichabod and Mr. Toad. That's the one I regret not watching before doing this.
Maybe I'd watch Saludos Amigos.
Saludos Amigos. Yeah, I would watch that in Three Caballeros with you if you ever wanted to.
Yeah, I need a refresher on those movies.
Winnie the Pooh just kind of looks like retreaded, like hash, like just kind of like stuff they threw out there.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I like Winnie the Pooh. I put it all the way up in A, but I don't know if I'd want to do more with higher animation. I don't know. The other one's such a classic to me. I don't even know if this one can be comparable. Okay.
I mean, of course, there's some things I would change in this list, but that's personal preference.
I mean, yeah, but we compromised pretty well. I think. Yeah. If you disagree with this,
you probably do.
Keep it to yourself. That's what I gotta say.
We're right.
Okay, we were assholes to some of these classics.
We were really mean.
Like, oh,
I feel kind of bad now.
Bambi, but Bambi's a D. D for deer.
D for depressing.
D for damn. His mom got owned.
What?
She got turned into jerky.
That's so mean to say.
I am a jerk for saying that, yes. So we did all this list, and I think we might have time for one more.
Ooh.
We love talking about the good. Let's talk about the bad.
Oh yeah.
I said, let's talk about the bad. Oh my god, Evan, you need a new computer, I swear to god. This is it crashed? No! No! What the fuck?